Alright. Give me a big roaring round of applause for your next act, Posh Josh! Thank you. How are you all doing tonight? Woo! That's great. So just to be clear, can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? I don't believe you. So instead, I'm going to do a little warm-up. And you guys remember when you were at school and you had all those songs that would say, you know, like say for example, Oggy, Oggy, Oggy. That's it. Well, we're going to sing a little song. Is there any Queen's fans in the house? Any fans of Queen? Hands, show of hands. That's it, that's great. That's a couple at the front, that's good. A couple of the main audience, that's great. A couple of comedians, that's wonderful. You're on to a winner. So I'm going to sing a lyric from a Queen song and you have to give me the response. So, all we hear is Radio Gaga. Radio Gaga. All we hear is Radio Gaga. It has begun. I'm a god now. So, hi everyone, my name is Posh Josh. My official name is called Joshua Williams, but you can call me Posh Josh. Because I grew up, when I was in primary school, everyone called me Posh Josh, even though I come from Croydon and I live in a very working class area. I sound as though I speak with an overly posh accent, like I've been sniffing glue or something. It's very, insane. So, yeah, I've been doing this for 2 nights and I'm very nervous. So, again, show your love, guys. That's very comforting. I'm actually secretly bricking it up here. So, yes. Are there any other disabled people in the room tonight?
Yeah!
Thanks, Bradley. And don't worry about giving me a standing ovation, guys. There's plenty of staff on hand to help you out, if that's the case. Sorry about that one, Bradley. But yes, and also, if you ever struggle, then you can always just ask the person next to you. That would be a very tricky conversation. Hi, person I've just randomly met. Could you fancy giving me a boost up? It's quite hard to see from all the way down here. And yeah, so yes, it's actually quite difficult. But I would say if you're planning on lifting anybody up, don't do the over the shoulders one. Because I remember a very long time ago, I knew this married couple who recently got, together, they got married. And it was a very hectic wedding, lots of champagne all over the floor. And the groom decided to put the bride on his shoulders. The groom lost his footing and he slipped and fell on his arse. And the bride fell on his head. And what's very fascinating is it's quite impressive what the human body can manage when it's given a little nudge. And let's just say, when he was telling this story to his child, he couldn't figure out whether to call it the day we got married and we found out we were having a son, or the day we got married and we found out we nearly killed our fucking son. So yeah, that's great. Also, I come from a I grew up disabled, I have cerebral palsy, and cerebral palsy means basically, cerebral meaning it's got something to do with the brain, and palsy means you're kind of paralysed from one side of the body to the other. If you have a stronger right side, it's great for handwriting and things. For the left hand, it's good for random acts of masturbation. That's really great. So, are there any wrestling fans in the house? Show of hands, show of hands. Ooh, you haven't met me, have you? So, yeah, I like to watch wrestling. I have my favourites, The Undertaker, Batista, John Cena. But every single time I like to imagine wrestling, I always like to imagine what the men get up to when they're in their most compromising positions. Like there's actually this move that they do where they grab someone's legs from behind and they throw them back and they actually just like wrap their arms around their legs, so they sort of pin them down with both their legs Down, I always imagine the wrestlers on top get a little sneaky little fiddle down by their guy's old pork sword, and they give a nice little tuggle. So in essence, it's basically, and the counting to 3 isn't just the raw play for wrestling, that's how long an athlete takes for you to pull on his old pork sword before he comes. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's it. I grew up in an all-disabled school, St Giles, and I basically grew up in an all-disabled school, and it's basically what I usually used to go around in was a cane walker, which is a thing where you basically have a handle for both sides essentially, and you have a bar around the back to help you, lean back and things. And no, it's not for helping you out when you get bummed. It's just, something that's used to help protect us. Although, come to think of it, there is probably a reason why Jimmy Savile never visited us. It's because of those bloody K-walkers. So, yeah, that's it. And, so I'm actually a YouTuber as well, and I've done a lot of reviews of shows and things like that and what have you, and I just really think that it's just really great to just, put stuff out there, and I decided to give stand-up a go, sort of see if I could do it. And one of the hardest things to do with stand-up is you have to try to be funny, and sometimes it's very difficult because sometimes I get home and then I just think to myself, yes, that was really great. But then you're thinking to yourself, oh fuck, how am I going to top that for next week? And all I can really say is sometimes you can do it, sometimes you can't, and it's just really difficult. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this evening. I'm kind of a bit dead at the minute, so I hope you guys are having a good time, and hope you have a good evening, and travel home safe. All the best.